People with Policy. What's up, y'all? So before we begin today's video, let me turn off some of these lights. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. What it do? I need to stop doing that. Daily chapstick. You know, my lips are chapped. But y'all, how are y'all doing? Like, y'all doing good? I'm doing great. All right, so good news before we begin. Connecting People with Policy. First interview is dropping this Sunday, August 6th at 12 p.m., y'all.
I acted out as a child, and I got in a lot of trouble. By the time I was 12 years old, I was a convicted felon.
You served 24 consecutive years.
People are under the misconception that prison changes you, but it doesn't. Prison reveals you to who you are. A human being only changes when they're 100% dissatisfied with their circumstances or their conditions. Further this disconnect are the individuals who are passing policies and making laws and are not affected whatsoever by any of these policies and laws that they're pushing through.
You can tell your younger self something, what would it be?
Education is our passport to the future.
God is good. When I say God is good, God is good. Like, yeah. So make sure you follow me on my social media to keep up to date with updates. Your girl is going on the big screen. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. Like, you gotta thank God in advance. But first interview that I did for Connecting People in Policy, I got to interview somebody who was actually incarcerated in the U.S. prison system for 24 consecutive years. That interview was like beyond amazing. Not gonna, like, to say the least. It was beyond amazing. It was so thought-provoking, full of a lot of like gems, and I was just like, wow. So make sure y'all watch that this Sunday at 12 p.m. By the time y'all see this video, it's gonna be, what's today, Thursday? I'll probably post this video tonight or tomorrow. By the time y'all see this video, it's gonna be before Sunday, so make sure you watch it. Anywho, with that being said, today's video we are watching, it's kind of like a drama bay alert, that the conversation around Whoopi Goldberg and the comments that she made. Apparently Jason Aldean was suing her, but I did research. He was not necessarily suing her. There was a conversation around a defamation case, because the words that they did use on The View was kind of like, oh dang. But yeah, we're gonna watch this and we're gonna react to it. Yeah, so let's get into it, y'all. Let me rewind it.
You've gone too far.
And I've been trying to say this. This is not about race. It's about people getting their together, acting right, acting like you got some common sense.
There's a lot wrong here with this. This is a man who saw what happens when someone is out of control with their guns.
Yeah.
He was performing in Vegas.
He says, well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Round here, we take care of our own.
You won't believe what's happening with his song, Try That in a Small Town, and the drama surrounding it.
You know, something that was just sort of crapping out, you know, and I didn't really know what it was. And so it took me a while to realize, and even...
Word has it that Whoopi Goldberg is regretting ever passing any comments on Jason Aldean's new song, because apparently Jason might be coming for him after all. The video of Whoopi and her crew reacting to Jason Aldean's song is causing quite a frenzy among fans. According to some fans online, it's undoubtedly defamation material. Fans are going crazy with their comments. They're saying they don't have any legal training or expertise, but the way Whoopi and her crew were bashing ALDEAN, that is pure defamation, and Jason should do something about it.
One,
The View and
Whoopi that was saying things, so I don't know why she's getting the heat of it, because in my opinion, I feel like Sunny was the worst out of all them when it comes to their opinion on Jason Aldean. And also, it's like, to what extent? Because, you know, he is a public figure, and they are public figures, and them giving their opinion, even though whether you disagree or agree with the opinion, me personally, I disagreed with it. I don't think it was racist, but that's a different conversation. At what point is it defamation? Because I'm not a legal expert either, but I know some speech is protected depending on, like, for example, if someone were to come out and talk about the president of the United States, I don't think he can actually sue because he's a public figure. So that's the only thing that I'm like iffy on, like what extent. But I'm confused why Whoopi is getting all the backlash, because she said some things that was like, come on, Whoopi, that's I 100% disagree with. But majority of the backlash, if anything, I feel like Sunny was the worst one. Like, Sunny was the worst one in my opinion. But let's continue.
Whoopi honestly should have seen this coming long ago, because they've got a reputation for defaming people left and right without any solid grounds. A lot of people are calling out The View for their constant defamations.
I love the song. I was like, let's try to get him out on the tour with us. And it's been...
They think The View should finally get what it deserves for all those years of defaming people without a reason in the name of giving their opinions and reactions. And with the latest victim being Jason Aldean, his supporters are not ready to back down. ABC tried to play it cool, claiming they had no clue their host could get so brutal. But unfortunately for ABC, Jason's fans aren't buying it. They're firing back, saying that free speech isn't a shield for screaming fire in a crowded theater, and Whoopi needs to pay for her little stunt. Sounds like Whoopi's in a lot of trouble. But wait, there's more tea to spill. Whoopi herself isn't fazed by this frenzy. She's got her own gossip to dish out. She's chatting with her gal pals, Cynthia Lou Who and Jesus Lou Who, talking about another lawsuit she heard about from the Dunning-Kruger Times. And let's not forget the shade being thrown around like confetti. Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar, and the gang are getting called out for their behavior, being labeled as downright un-American. There's also some recent chatter about stereotypes in the fan circles. Jesus Lou, who himself joined the conversation.
The narrator is funny, but yeah, like I said before, I used to watch The View. I don't watch as much unless it's like clips like on social media or TikTok or something. I do think they have gotten too comfortable lately when it comes to like defaming people that they may not agree with, if that makes sense. So like, I feel like they're so quick to talk down on people that they may not align with their views or they just don't agree with, and they use it as personal opinion. And that's the same thing with when Meghan McCain was on the show. She did the same thing as well. So I think the show in general has lost its track, because it's one thing to say your opinion and it's another thing to just be plain disrespectful or plain just throwing any and anything out there, not knowing that the person you're talking to is also a human being. They walk the streets like you walk the streets. They're gonna be the ones suffering from those repercussions based off of your opinions and your statements. So I do agree with that portion. Like, The View hasn't really been The View lately. It gives very much bully.
Sharing his thoughts with Whoopi. Whoopi just can't seem to catch a break. She's caught in a whirlwind of controversy. And it's not just about Jason Aldean's song, Try That in a Small Town. It's a whole hot mess of drama they've been brewing over at The View for several years now, and fans are calling them out finally.
They take pictures and then people say, what is that? Or you take a picture of Nelly.
People are saying Whoopi and the gang have been getting away with some serious defaming and straight up lies about folks they just don't fancy. You won't believe the things they've been saying without a care in the world. However, despite all the shade they've thrown...
Don't get me wrong, like, Whoopi, Joy, and specifically Sunny. Whoopi, Joy, and Sunny, they do get away with a lot. However, like, if we're going to call them out, we got to call everybody out as well. Because there's a lot of people who, I don't want to make it like left versus right, but there's a lot of people in public figures that get away with a lot of defamation. You see it on Fox News, you see it on CNN. So like, my question is, where is that line drawn? Because I disagree with how The View handled this, but my thing is, if we're going to put energy in how The View handled it, we have to put energy on other public media platforms as well, as far as like how they handle their opinions, because a lot of it is borderline defamation as well.
They've managed to dodge major lawsuits so far. It's like they're living in a gossip bubble, untouchable and unscathed. And that's exactly what has fans in such a frenzy. How can they make such defamatory remarks and not suffer even one bit of consequence? Now let's get to the juicy part. Whoopi's take on Jason Aldean and his song. Whoopi seems to be living in a parallel universe, claiming she knows all about the song's video and lyrics, but fans are saying that she's got it all wrong. It's like she never even heard the song or watched the music video, and that is seriously pissing Aldean's fans off. So what happened is that Whoopi's got this wild take on the whole try that in a small town situation. She's all like, hey, peeps, it's about life in a small town, you know? And those images in the video, yeah, they're from the Black Lives Matter movement. Who would have thunk it? But wait, it gets juicier.
I respect everything everyone is saying to me, and I don't want to fake apologize.
Whoopi's convinced that the folks in the song are just looking out for each other, taking care of their town, you know, like a family. Whoopi isn't holding back when she talks about those rioters. She's defending them, saying they're just standing in solidarity with each other, burning buildings, wrecking cars, and causing chaos. But that's not all. Whoopi's stirring the pot, wondering why everyone's making this about race. She's like, hey, it's about Americans taking care of each other. Big towns, small towns, all the same.
I will say
and
this.
that is what has pissed the fans off the
Whoopi Goldberg. I feel like Whoopi is a living legend. I like her. But I will say I disagreed with how she handled it on The View. In the same sentence, I will say that she's getting more slack. I think because she's like the face of the View. Because, like I said before, Sunny said worse than what Whoopi said. But yeah. And I didn't...
most because the way Whoopi has talked about the song, it's like she hasn't heard or seen it. If she was going to comment on it, she could at least make sure she knows what it's about, and if that wasn't enough, Whoopi's show The View went on a full-blown rampage, trashing poor Jason Aldean left and right. They called him racist, dissed his hometown, and labeled the song racist too.
I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I didn't. And I should have said cheated, and I used another word, and I'm really, really sorry.
After facing some serious backlash, the powers that be have decided to do some major damage control. They went and chopped out sections of the video to erase any trace of that controversial Black Lives Matter demonstration. But that's not all. ALDEAN's record label couldn't resist adding some fuel to the fire. In their vague statement, they mentioned that the video was edited because of some mysterious third-party copyright clearance issue. It's clear they're trying to hush things up, but in the age of social media, nothing stays hidden for long. So far, Aldean hasn't passed any comments or taken any actions, but it is clear that his silence means he is standing strong by his song. However, a source recently claimed that Jason indeed takes some action and was severely pissed. According to the so-called reliable source, the Dunning-Kruger Times, Jason was supposedly all fired up and ready to sue Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, and Joy Behar for calling him a racist on their show. The alleged lawsuit was a whopping
words like that so lightly because it desensitizes those who go through real racism. And like I said in my reaction video, I don't think the song is racist. Like, I don't think we should just throw that word out there, because it does more harm than good. Like, it's very, very dangerous. A black girl that lives in the South, like, I will tell you what racist is. That was not racist. Just keeping it a buck.
$40 million, and Aldean reportedly took advice of counsel before making this bold move. But hold up, here's the twist. It's all a bunch of baloney. Yep, you heard that right. The Dunning-Kruger Times is a notorious parody site known for its wild and fictional stories. They've got it plastered all over their website that their content is pure fantasy and not to be taken seriously. Apparently, The View's hosts are safe and sound from any real legal trouble because, well, Aldean's not actually suing them. The whole thing about First Amendment free speech and Whoopi shouting fire in a crowded theater, just figments of someone's wild imagination. And let's not overlook the fact that the article mentioned a court that doesn't even exist, the 65th District Court of Writs and Motions. So clearly, for now, Whoopi and her crew are safe from lawsuits, but it remains yet to be seen if Jason will give a statement to address this issue. What's your take on the Jason Aldean versus Whoopi Goldberg showdown? Do you think Aldean will take some action, or do you believe The View's comments were fair game? Let us know in the comments.
That's crazy.
That's it for today, guys.
Because everyone saw it and ran with it, said he's suing her, he's suing her. That's why when I said in the beginning, I was like, I don't think he's suing her, but I heard something about defamation. I was even unsure myself. But wow, she really just showed us, like, I don't know if y'all caught that at the end. He's really not actually suing her. The article was fake, but people are pushing for him to sue her or whatever for defamation. Me personally, if I was him, I'm not. But if I was him, I personally wouldn't sue. I wouldn't put a defamation charge on her or anything like that. That's just me personally. But does he have context for one? Maybe. Is he going to? I don't think so. Is Whoopi wrong? Yes. Is Joy Behar wrong? Yes. Is Sunny Hostin wrong? Yes, in my opinion. But yeah, what do y'all think? Comment down below. I think it's one thing if you're gonna say your opinion, be like, I think the video insinuated a lot of borderline racism or something. Like, it's all about how you word it. If that's how you feel, then that's how they feel. But to full out and just be like, oh, he's racist or he's this, he's that, it's like, dang, y'all. It's like, based off of what? But anywho, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment down below your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on my social media. We have good things coming soon, and I'm so happy. Thank you so much for your consistent support. Yeah, thank y'all. I love y'all all. I hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. God bless y'all. And this is Udo, I Connect with People with Policy. Toodles.